Gamers and gentle gamers. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's chugging. The laptop is struggling right now. This poor bastard. Welcome, everybody, to Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy. I am tormented by gnomes. I'm your game master today. And joining me is my phenomenal cast consisting of Crowan, Leg Day, Lemon Kiwi, and Anacra. Welcome back, all of you. Love Wednesday nights. Love spending it with you folks.
Same.
Thank you. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I've been having rock tummy indigestion for a while. Spoiler alert.
Are you rock hard?
I'm bricked up, mate.
I'm bricked up in my stomach right now.
And demonetized. Record time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw a little bit at the beginning, just a little. We're gonna have to cut the Game of Thrones in for this one. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, so last time we owed everybody an act of God, and unfortunately, the act of God we just rolled is once again the Titan who is not currently available on the grounds of being dead and his entire body consumed by the void. So let's run that back in a fantastic 5 frames per second.
Your laptop's like, please, no, not again.
Just roboting my way through that.
Pesky pixies.
I don't know if they're going to make it into Ioth's office, to be honest.
How many
Yeah, this
goddamn
is slightly
spade
beyond
cards
them.
are there?
Yeah, you know
I
what?
mean, then we can prove that pixies are part of the Infernal. I'm sorry. I'm okay with that.
All right,
We are
Bears
never gonna
Endurance
get
or
around
Pesky
this
Pixies?
one.
We're going to go with the Pixies. We're going with the Pixies. More Pixies. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start off on that particular foot with that act of God in place. More Pixies, more chaos. But welcome to Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy, the magical school campaign that has everybody asking, are we going to do any more magical school stuff ever again? Or is it all just like end of the world? We're all going to die forever.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, like we
Forever.
long for the days where we spent episode after episode on prom, because now it's episode upon episode of trauma and battles to the death.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm. You got your Dungeons and Dragons in my Dungeons and Dragons show. Anyways, when last we left our heroes, 3 of them had entered the very heart of Ioth Academy. They were standing in the Archmagus's office, and they had discovered the first player characters in any campaign to actually get within reading distance of the Book of Dawn itself.
Ooh.
Wow.
Is that a boo?
Unlucky,
Right.
I think, actually.
Slightly
Oh, sorry.
unlucky. Yes, slightly
Not
unlucky.
going well. Just
The first player characters, and they're all level 4.
yeah.
So, what do we know about the Book of Dawn so far? Well, it seems to be where Ioth is sticking all the Dawn magic he's been draining from the Academy, allowing pesky pixies to infiltrate and otherworld crossings to open up, wreaking chaos and havoc across the entire school. What could this object be? What could he be doing with all this pure proto-magic, this raw creative potential, channeling it into this? We also know that the Book of Dawn destroyed the mind of a 7th-year student who walked this exact same path, somehow made their way into Ioth's inner sanctum, gazed upon the book, and was so undone, so incapable of comprehending what they discovered within its pages that they were transformed into an Alyp, an undead, tormented by forbidden knowledge and unfathomable secrets whose only solace was to spread it to others. And even now, Arianna gazes upon the letters of this forbidden text, her mind reeling, her entire body paralyzed by what she's found there. Right next to her is Alyxander, who set his hand upon her. Alyxander is currently uber channeling the power of the Herald, his patron, his warlock patron, and set his hand upon her in order to save her by whisking her away to the 5th kingdom, the world of Dream. Before he accomplished that, his eyes of the Runekeeper, which allow him to translate any written text whatsoever, fell upon the book, and he began to comprehend it in a way that the others do not, though I'm not sure if I adequately explained that last time. Athalor is also in the office. He found a crystallized chunk of the blood of Arakura, the sovereign of stone, lying on Ioth's desk because that be how he do. And he ate it. Not the whole thing. It's like as big as his head. But he ate a small piece of it, and his mind began to transcend reality. So not every school is like this, and I'm not saying that they're all on drugs, but there's a parallel that one could draw there. Meanwhile, Garnet had been locked in a battle of wits and stubbornness with the sage, who was sent here to purge the Academy of infernal influence. Unfortunately for our heroes, one of them is a warlock whose patron is an infernal, and another has made several deals and bargains with multiple infernals at the exact same time. This allegedly, supposedly. And so
allegedly, I don't think you get away with that one for this.
My lawyers will hear about
contract
this.
was signed, actually. There's no net 30 on that.
So, and this is why you always work with a contract, folks, because they can screw you afterwards. No matter how many invoices you send in. So, Garnet was gaslight, gatekeep, girl bossing the sage in order to keep her off their trail. And after arguing with her for a long period of time, went to go find the others, but was in fact trying to mislead the sage, who is exhausted and weary from walking through the dreams of the past, dreams in which she could not perceive Garnet, oddly enough. Garnet also learned last time that divination magic just doesn't seem to work on her. Nobody can find her. Not all the oracles and prophets of Brontha could figure out where she was. Did I miss anything that is springing to mind here, folks? Anything particularly super important here?
The last we left off at this stage with me was that we confirmed that the Herald was at the Academy, and that I was going to help the sage find him specifically.
Right, because the sage is the most powerful mortal oniromancer, practitioner of the arts of dream magic in the Four Kingdoms. And when you said, hey, I want to go to Dream to meet with Anacra and you can mess him up there, the sage was like, that's a great idea, but if the Herald is around, I do not want to do that because the Herald is scary in Dream. Was all that successfully conveyed?
Yep. Small note that we aren't doing some devilishly inept attempt at saying that it was the Kiz John who broke in, but
Oh yeah.
I think we're past that shit now, to be honest. I think we're slightly beyond that.
Okay. Then let us go one by one. Alexander. Roll an Arcana check with advantage for me, please.
Okay. With advantage. What? Natural 20.
Let's go. Okay.
That's a
All
cool
right.
for Book of Dawn.
Good way to start.
Crowan, do you did what I said at the end of last episode make sense about what the Book of Dawn is?
In my understanding, the Book of Dawn is a gateway to another city. City of Luminius, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
The city of Luminius, the shining city that was destroyed when the Dawn Age ended. It was the last bastion of resistance against the Infernals. The story of the end of the dawn is the story of Luminius. It was where the first minds, when the sovereigns themselves did not stop the Infernals, the first minds, the dwellers of light who inhabited that era, their great impossible city of Luminius is what stopped them until it was destroyed. After it was destroyed is when the sovereigns finally were like, well, this is an actual problem. The dawn ended, the Four Kingdoms began, so on and so forth. Luminius is inside this book.
Would Alex have probably not, but like have any way to like I don't know understand like the magnitude, like the feasibility of that? Because like Luminius is like destroyed, right? So like I have to like rebuild it, I guess. Is,
Yes,
like, would be
you rolled a
the
natural
question,
20
yes?
on it. This
Okay.
book contains a demiplane, a pocket dimension, in which Ioth has been rebuilding, recreating the lost city of light.
This bitch making a model train set.
Pretty much.
And the reason that it is breaking Arianna's brain is because Luminius was an impossible place. It was made during the dawn when reality, matter, and energy reacted to willpower, to thought and imagination. It contained impossible things. The legends speak of towers of song, gardens of light, citadels of emotion, things that cannot physically exist in the mortal world were the stuff of Luminius.
Would Alex have any idea of, like, I don't know, having infernal power, would Infernals be able to comprehend the uncomprehendable?
The Infernals are the ones who entered that, who invaded Luminius in the first place. So yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So I do think Alex's intention was, like, I was seeing Arianna kind of stunlocked by this book to send both of them to dream, but I think actually upon seeing the book and kind of in that moment understanding the magnitude and the weight of this, will just send Arianna to dream, but stay himself to
Okay.
observe this book kind of in wonder for a few moments.
So the way this works, the scepter of black ice veined with red that is in Alexander's hands, when you will Arianna to physically enter dream, right? You're not just trying to put her to sleep and send her mind there. You're trying to physically
Yeah.
send her there.
Yes.
You instinctively understand that the scepter opens the path.
So raise the scepter and kind
Okay.
of
From
tap
each
Arianna with it.
from each of the three prongs at the top of the center, a burning bright blue ray emits. The three mingle in the air in front of you and begin to swirl like a pool of water, with light shining through it, rippling as if reflecting off the bottom of a deep lake, scintillating very light blue light. It grows and spreads, forming a rippling portal hanging in the air. It cannot just send her, it opens the path. You could shove her through, though, if you wanted.
Poke it with the back of a big
Take a stab and just do something.
I think actually Alex is fascinated with this book, but will, upon opening this portal, turn to Athalor and say, "You should take Arianna through there. Try to save her."
DM, how cognizant am I? Because I believe the technical term is I'm tripping balls.
Roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
I've just ate some Titan. Yum.
15. Roll an Intelligence saving throw, please. Your body has not rejected the rock that you just ate. A 13. Okay. The rush of adrenaline that has passed through you is like nothing you've ever experienced. It isn't that sort of hollow, shaky, frantic jolt that you get when you've had maybe one energy drink too many or when a crisis arrives. This is the sheer thrill, the rush of being intensely, deeply alive. When you give a knockout performance to a packed stadium, when you just finished the best workout of your life. It's not a natural high, but it feels like a natural high. This is life itself just flowing through you. And this is the calcified little tiny piece of it. The raw liquid form would feel even better. But at the exact same time, you are both perceiving the office around you and hearing the thoughts of everybody around you as well. And you are perceiving It takes you a moment because your perception is in multiple places at once. It is both heightened within the office, your psychic capabilities expanded tenfold within there, and you are impossibly far away, looking from a great height, an enormous distance, down at a sphere with little cracks of something shining within inside of it. The outer surface completely dull, a matte black that would otherwise blend in with its surroundings, just completely obscured from everything. But as the sphere turns within its own, like a mechanical clockwork, different layers interacting and sliding across each other, you can see light flickering out here and there. And you see it through 1,000 eyes all at once. You can see that light and you can smell the blood that you just ate, the most delicious, savory, heart-pounding. So you are both, and you know, somewhere down there, somewhere that you're seeing, you're also looking back up at yourself. So that's what's going on. I don't know if that helped at all.
Athalor sort of like shakes his head and blinks a few times and like instinctively almost goes to like grab the Aracuran blood again as if to just one more, boys. What's going on? Is that portal yours?
Yes.
Is Ioth coming?
No. It might be in here, though. And kind of gestures towards the book.
I mean, I can see a lot right now, and I do not see him.
Athalor, you do see him.
Oh, shit!
Except you don't, because your consciousness has expanded to the point. And you realize this is also what your uncle perceives almost all the time. Every mind inside Ioth Academy is perceptible to you. And their level of brain activity is perceptible to you. You can track the location of two incredibly powerful intellects. One is moving around with Garnet, who you recognize, whose mind you recognize in Tarsal Moor Hall. The other is currently down in the Undercroft. Those are the two.
Goobaseef?
Yes.
Oh. Wait, do I of all the minds I get, do I also have the base minds of the like mutated redcaps? Are they all been slaughtered by Ioth?
Oh, muted.
+1 XP. They're still down there.
Okay. Okay, Ioth is I think he's in the Undercroft. And the Sage, she found Garnet. They're in Tarsal Moor. I can see a lot. Is Arianna okay?
No. Should take her to dreaming back again, see if it helps.
Okay. You'll be fine here.
Alex just smiles and looks back at the book and just nods.
Okay. Athel would try and just like half cuddle, half grab Arianna and just like wiggle shuffle through the portal. So I don't know how portals work, man. This isn't my forte.
You pass through the portal. It feels like you're passing through a curtain of cool, carbonated, not that you would know what that really is, water. Weird fizzing sensation across your body as you
Dude,
step
did the Germans make this portal?
And the two of them vanish. Alexander, do you close the path to dream or do you leave it open?
No, we'll leave it open.
Okay.
What Alex will do though is this kind of time alone, presumably for a few moments, try to discern if there is a way, since this book is a gateway, to enter the city of Luminius.
Yes,
See if it's possible.
it is possible. You know the runes. You know the gestures. You know exactly how to step into that place.
So
But it just-
this is his lie, Alexander. This is what he's telling himself. Tearing down this school day after day, year after year, leaving all of them to the deadly hazards of the other world, forsaking his duties to build himself a little play palace of his lost past. Pathetic.
I expected more from Ioth. But this is what he's been doing this whole time. Now we know, at least. Do I sense this? Like, is there any sense of like satisfaction now, like in the Herald for
Roll an
like,
insight check.
knowing? Okay. $11.
Okay. Emotions that are not yours course through your mind. Deep, gleeful, vicious, eager satisfaction. A hateful, furious rage unlike anything you have ever felt within your own body. And a yawning, bottomless pit of grief. You feel all of these emotions at once.
There's more to be done here, isn't there?
The lie is revealed to us. The truth must prevail.
Would entering reveal more lies?
Perhaps it would let us bring an end to this one.
What do you mean?
This city is a dream, a falsehood, a desperate attempt by a desperate old man to cling to what is irrevocably lost. We can't let him have the satisfaction.
Destroy it, then?
Let him wallow in this. Yes, but you will have to endure his wrath afterwards. What do you think, Alexander? What would best serve the truth? And punish him for his failures.
To punish him would be to take away the thing that he's been working on for so long at the expense of so many others. I would truly punish him.
Good, good. But let him see it fall. Or perhaps, if he wants it so badly, why not let him keep it? Just himself, all alone in his false paradise. Seal him within it forever, or make him watch it burn, as we have watched this academy crumble around us. Either of those would make a fitting punishment.
Yes. It would, wouldn't it? And is there I know these are big boy Ioth runes here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to rearrange and rewrite these runes to kind of like self-destruct the city of Luminius, but like slowly, like as if like to take it piece by piece
Mm-hmm.
and just like set it on a course that it will just slowly be destroyed, just kind of picked apart, just little bit by little bit.
Roll an Arcana check with advantage as you start contemplating this.
20.
A dirty 20. Okay. You're beginning to fathom what might be done. While you comprehend this, let us turn, because what happens next is going to affect Garnet. Let us turn to Athalor and Arianna. Athalor and Arianna, actually. Arianna, roll for me a new wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. All right, how bad we gonna beef this today?
Muted?
Chat has given you +1 XP if you'd like to use it. Also inspiration.
You
See,
want
I
that
don't
brain
like when
back?
you ask this question because I
The rule is if you want to use inspiration, you have to do it before I tell you whether or not the rule succeeded.
I know.
So I'm just the messenger here.
Messenger gets up to some shit in this story.
True.
I am going to use that inspiration.
Okay, let's get a fresh roll. You rolled a natural 9 last time for a total of 12, and you got a total of 10, so 12.
I don't
Oh,
like
that's
that.
fun. Actually, that's really, really fun. Okay.
I'm guessing that isn't actually fun.
It depends entirely on which chair you're sitting in.
Oh no.
Athalor,
Yes.
you step through the fizzy portal, and you are floating entirely weightless in a shimmering blue expanse. Again, it looks like you're underwater. Everything has this liquid quality. Ribbons of light fluctuate and move, lithe and slow, but you're able to breathe. You're able to move your limbs. It just looks like you're floating. It feels like you're floating in water, and yet there is no water around you.
Does Arianna feel weightless?
Yes. What do you do?
I'm guessing that the world of Dream is incredibly alien to someone who's only ever tranced.
Mm-hmm.
It's like poke Arianna. Arianna? Wake up, please.
Ariana's mind is still trying to process the impossible otherworldly geometries, the things that don't make physical sense, that cannot exist, that she saw within the Book of Dawn. And as her mind tries to process this, the world of dream around her responds. It changes. It twists in and upon itself. You start to see ground spread out beneath you, but it's phantom and shaking and buzzing rapidly, cobblestones flickering over each other wildly. Plants grow up around you, but the plants are made of glass and smoke, and they keep flickering like they have a really bad refresh rate. And they every single time they flicker, they change slightly as reality rewrites itself around you. And you start to feel an unpleasant buzzing in your teeth, like you're standing in the heart of the gyre, and the gyre is broken.
Oh, I know what that feels like too. Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
bad.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
I'm,
Worse than
I'm,
Mordain.
I'm guessing that the portal behind us is opaque.
Yes, you cannot
we
see to
can't
the other
see back.
side.
Okay.
Correct.
Uh,
Also, it's getting farther away.
Oh, good. It's just gonna be like vague, like one-armed swimming maneuver while holding Arianna to like
Mhm.
try it as if you were within water, trying to stay by the portal.
Okay. Roll a charisma check. Just a flat, unproficient charisma check, please. 12.
I smiled once at a girl and she hit me.
I smiled and shit myself when a girl.
That might have been why she hit me.
Okay. Yeah, as you're swimming, you start to feel weight reasserting itself, and you start to fall towards the bizarre buzzing cobblestones, except now they're the hollow phantom holographic cobblestones are stacking on top of each other and flowing like a fountain that's just spewing these wireframe cobblestones in all directions. Gravity is reasserting itself as this dreamscape takes shape and starts to become semi-real around you, and it is expanding at a faster rate than you are moving, especially as you start to fall under your own. Roll a dexterity saving throw, please. Arianna, you automatically fail.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Okay. The flailing cobblestones that are rising up all around you, you manage to brush them off and avoid them, but Arianna takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am blocking Arianna's face, apparently.
Really? 9 points of damage?
Mm-hmm. Your mind makes it real.
Oh my god.
If you get hit by cobblestones in
Mental
dreams, you get
damage.
hit by cobblestones in real life.
See, here's the thing.
Emotional damage.
If you were asleep and your mind was here, then yeah, it would just be emotional damage. But you are bodily here. These things can hurt you. This is real right now.
Oh my
I hate to say it, but right now, if you die in the dream, you die in real life. Physically entering dream is a completely different animal. Arianna, roll another wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, thank fuck. for that.
Natural 20. Okay. Okay.
Snap me out of it.
Arianna, it's not so much that you snap out of it as much that because your mind is expunging all these things into the space around you, it's no longer haunting the inside of your brain. So the shadowy fractal city of Luminius, Doctor Strange, it's circling in on itself. It's folding in the sky around you. That intensifies. It just shoots out, but you're now conscious and sentient and awake. It's less like you were asleep and you just woke up in the middle of something. It's more like you were dreaming and you woke up, but the dream was still happening. That's the best way I can describe this.
Lucid dream.
Yes, that's what it feels like.
Okay.
You went from normal dreaming to lucid dreaming, and all of this is
Yeah.
still happening around you.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, if she just kind of like becomes conscious, I don't feel like she's going to be that surprised
Correct.
about what's going on around her.
Mhm.
Did she know that Athalor was there with her?
Yes.
Like, would she have been conscious of that?
I think most of your attention was on the world and the reality that you were rewriting. You were sort of like aware that Athalor was there, but like he was talking to you through up,
Yeah.
and kind of blurry, but now he snaps into reality.
Is he still holding me?
I believe so, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, interesting situation. I guess like she kind of come out of nowhere and be like, you know, Athalor, what do you think of all of this?
I have no idea what's going. Apparently, this is dreaming.
Yeah,
I'm an elf.
that would be
I
a
don't know
hard
what this
concept
is.
to understand. Well,
Is this you?
Yeah,
Is this Alex's?
no, I think this is me, because it looks like what I've been trying to figure out after seeing the Book of Dawn.
Am I second person dreaming?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's like you're dreaming with me, and but you're only seeing what I see.
Oh. I hope I'm portrayed in a wonderful light. You're okay now.
I
We
think
probably
so.
have to go back through that portal, but how far up is it, Gnomes?
Distance doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but it looks like it went 500 feet away up on top of a spire that is turning backwards and tying itself into a knot. And also appears to be made of music notation.
And our way back is atop that steaming pile of fuckery.
So how did we get here?
Well,
Why are wait?
you tried to read a really shiny book, and
Oh,
your brain broke. I ate some rocks. Alex made a portal, asked me to take you through it to stop you from, I assume, just becoming a brainless rock. And here we are.
but if you ate a rock and then I was going to be a brainless rock, you wouldn't have consumed me, would you?
I can 100% guarantee that I wouldn't have eaten you if you were petrified. Yes. That is a Athalor guarantee, and I can guarantee that we're probably going to die a different way now.
Why did you eat a rock?
Well, because, well, my uncle needed it. It was the blood of. So it's a
roll
long
a charisma
story.
saving throw.
Oh, goody!
Roll the shit pants in front of a girl.
17. Athalor, as you begin to explain, or as you start to think about what happened, and you start to wave it off as a long story, you are looking down at the dreamscape, the impossible, half real, half imagined architecture of this echo of Luminius from Arianna's mind. And you see the two of you having this conversation, and you are watching it through 1,000 eyes. And yet you are also physically present here.
And, well, fair to say, it's a ride to consume. I am seeing a lot right now. I'm seeing you, and I'm seeing us. Which I know sounds weird. Because it is.
Well, it can't be weirder than what's going on here.
True. This is your mind. This is your dream, something. This looks like. Is this recognizable as the stories?
Roll a
Luminius
history check,
times?
please.
Does this have advantage for being a Luminian scholar?
Yes. Yes, it does.
For being a. Oh, that'll do.
A natural 20.
You
Yes.
got 3 of those.
Wow. He's just soaking them all up, so when we finally get to you, it's going to be ass rolls for the rest of the night.
Just like last time, baby.
Just like last time, baby.
Good. I am once again asking for a single good insight check. Yeah, this is not only do you recognize this like towers of song and this impossible things that only make sense in story language, storybook language, but also you're still picking up a lot of her thoughts. Your consciousness remains expanded, and thus, shut up, and thus you are able to know that that's what she's experiencing. Very, very much so.
Oh, good. I won't tell her about that. We'll discuss it at a less perilous time.
Oh my god.
Over lunch.
Tasty rocks.
So, as far as I can see, we are in some kind of Luminian facsimile that you somehow got in your mind. Was it from reading that book?
I think so. There was so much that I saw and I felt and I thought when I looked at the book, and I guess this is what it became.
Okay. I don't know if there's something we have to do here, but I know we should probably get out soon. Can you dream stairs?
Sure.
Roll a charisma check, please, Arianna.
Roll to dream of stairs.
Roll to dream of stairs.
Is this
Flat.
like Inception rules? I don't know.
Okay. What kind of stairs are you dreaming about?
Just like floating rocks, kind of.
Okay. The rocks pull themselves up and they form a staircase. It's somewhat shifting and it's like it's threatening to waver out of control, being carried away by other currents. But as you step on each one, they coalesce and crunch underneath your feet to form a shifting but solid staircase.
That was pretty quick. Good job. You're a dream badass.
Thanks.
Should we go?
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else we can do here, and since I'm conscious, I guess we should go back.
I thought I was going to take a look around and try and take it all in.
Mm-hmm. As you
Just for later
do,
exploration and
it
trance.
sort of pulls in towards you. The distances become smaller. You are literally taking it in.
Oh my. I guess they trapeze up the stairs.
Okay. You start walking up this staircase that you conjured, even as the rest of the horizon and this cityscape is spiraling in on itself and stretching past the portal into an infinite point on the horizon. Garnet. You
Here we go.
You are walking through the halls of Tarselmore, trying to buy time, looking around. Refresh me last time. Did you tell the sage who the Herald's host is?
No, I said I knew probably how to find him, I think was
Okay.
the wording.
Yes, and I do recall that you were deliberately stalling, you were deliberately trying to waste time, buy time. As you continue to do so, what is your strategy, and where do we find you when we go back to your point of view?
Probably is leading the sage through different hallways around the dorm, depending on how long this conversation goes. Anywhere from guiding her around the hallways to
Mhm.
maybe checking in on the library to the cafeteria, like very public student areas.
Okay, you have been able to determine that none of your classmates are none of you four troublemakers are in your rooms or nearby. So you've been
Out
able
of
to
order on the
discern-
library. Would she be able to feel the web wand there? As it's touched by the jester.
That's right, because it's inside that book, right?
Mm-hmm.
What am I feeling? Am I feeling awesome?
You're not feeling anything.
Oh, shit.
Actually, you tell me what you're feeling. I don't get to make that up unless something else is impacting it.
You know she'll feel shit, bitch.
So I think there's like an awkward silence as soon
Mhm.
as they leave the. I guess we're kind of high up, but
You were in the tribunal.
yeah. So I imagine maybe there's a quick TP we can do to the dorms, or like let's imagine the scene not there. But either way, it's just there's like an awkward silence at the beginning because there was a lot of
Mhm.
information that the sage dropped about Brontha that is, I would say not like can't tell that it's shook Garnet, but it's weighing on her mind, and she has this awkward silence because now there's a million questions bouncing in her head.
And your sign on your birthmark is very bright and hot to the touch. Not painful, but like giving off way more light than it normally would.
I don't even know if she has her gloves on her. But
You make that choice.
I don't know if I have pockets. I'll just say that I'll maybe like cross my arms or something and just kind of ignore it for a second unless she asks.
Okay.
And probably like after like a moment of silence, she's like trying to pick which question, and she's keeping like this emotionless, focused face as she's been trying to practice to meet the sage, trying to not let her in on anything she's thinking. But probably starts with, so you can't see me for some reason. I'm shrouded, but what is your business with Brontha then? How were you made aware of their searches?
Their interests and mine share many overlaps. Obsessed with infernal influence. It was an infernal attack, the Iron Butchers, that drove them to their current crusades. Something that garners my interest. They believe it was directly targeted at you and at your father.
Do you know why?
No. And I should. But all matters where you are that concern you are shadowed.
Probably like leaves a few minutes more of walking to just think through this part. And as she's maybe like if there's a time where she's passing through the dorms and notices the friends are not in their room, she probably starts with so where are my friends? They haven't returned since they last spoke with you.
I left them in Parlona.
They should be back by now.
Yes. Oh, let me see what she's got in the tank. She's burned a fair number of spells. Does she have something that she could use to find them?
She can use locate object to find a tool, and Athalor's right there.
Fun with that.
All right, scrying would take 10 minutes to cast. That spell's already active. That spell isn't going to help in this circumstance. That also has a long casting time. She doesn't have that one prepared. She does have that one prepared. Okay. Okay. Arianna. Actually, no. Alyxander.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a voice in your mind. The voice of the sage.
Oh shit.
Where are you and your friends right now? You can respond to this message.
She sent a goddamn message.
She casts Sending, which is the level 3 version that can reach anyone anywhere.
Oh boy.
May leave a message after the tone. Alex can't come to the phone right now.
Imagine the herald answers.
Alex is unavailable right now, but you may leave a message with me. Can the Spider-Man come out to play?
Oh, God.
Alex is on sabbatical, honey.
Alex will respond and say, "You're the sage. I figure you should know."
The sage casts a spell, shuts her eyes, and whispers something as you watch Garnet. Roll an Arcana check, please.
Who, me?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Dirty 20. That was sending. It's a level 3 spell. It's like message, but much better. It can even reach people in other planes of existence. But you are not privy to what that conversation is. She looks troubled. She frowns, confused for a moment. She makes an insight check with disadvantage because she's exhausted, with advantage because the chat has been throwing inspiration at her. A 14. Her eyes narrow. She turns to look at you. The light on your hand flashes. She looks down towards it.
You know, what's funny is well, there's a few things that are funny, but first points to the room where the mirror is.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Ioth trapping people in mirrors?
Oh my god! Why do you always come up with like the one thing that would possibly work? You know what? Just because of that. Holy crap!
What?
It's a mirror act of God.
Oh, perfect.
Deep reflection. What fascinating secrets are you hiding from yourself? Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Oh no. Oh no, scripted.
Save PogChamp.
Okay.
Because I think at the point she's like she's still very suspicious and still hasn't decided. Like she thinks Sage isn't on Ioth's side, but this is the question that I think will prove whose side she's on, kind of thing.
Okay. Sage looks over at the mirror, still broken, right? It hasn't been repaired. The
I haven't
frame.
showed her the mirror. I just kind of like we're in the hallway and I like pointed to the room that has it. Like there's a. Why is he keeping people in mirrors?
Show me.
Well, like my room's a mess. Or like, wait, whose room is it in? Is it in Alex's?
It's in your room. Alex did not take it.
Well, like my room's a mess, but like, why can't you just answer the question?
Roll a persuasion check, please, Garnet. Good luck. An 11. God is dead. But you have inspiration for wearing a cool shirt.
Oh, Pog. I don't need it right now. I don't really care.
Okay.
So she doesn't.
That's Alex's backstory.
He isn't. He shouldn't be. I told him not to.
He's told you about this. That he keeps people in mirrors.
It's an advanced piece of spell work.
Did I see Naomi? I don't think I. Did I see Naomi? Alex,
I think
lore check?
Arianna was the only one who saw, right?
I know people were standing in front of it because I saw Alex in front of a mirror, but I don't know if I saw who was in the mirror.
Right.
I
think it would've
didn't
been just Arianna.
see.
If
Would have been like
I don't remember.
obscured, half cover.
Oh wait, would I have seen her if I grabbed the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I just didn't think about it, but I did see somebody in the mirror.
Actually, no. You know what? We've gone this far, and you had no idea why it was so important. You didn't. I think she only appeared when Alex was looking directly at it. So no, you haven't seen. None of you have seen any Naomi in the mirror except for Alex making that call, unless there's a clip that proves otherwise. Okay. Mirror magic is incredibly dangerous. It's something he considered when he was imprisoned by the Marid. He found a different solution, but There is magic that conceals someone within a specific mirror. There's magic that can cross through to the other side of the mirror. Both are dangerous. What do you know, Garnet? What have you found? What have you seen?
Just ignores that question and just goes, so, Ioth is trapping people in mirrors. Ioth is
I know
draining.
he can. I don't know him to have
Yes.
done it.
Well, he has. And now Ioth is draining dawn magic from the Academy. The Academy is turning on its own students, interrogating them in the middle of the night. One of the students is dead from the staff, yet you're here interrogating me and my friends, but not Ioth.
You've told me that you know that the Herald is here. You've told me that you have spoken with the Machine Prince. It's a matter of life and death. If Ioth is responsible, I will speak with him.
Where is he? Because he's never here when you need him.
Even I can't find him. He's shielded from sight. But he would answer if I called.
That sending message?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we say hello?
Why don't you tell me about this mirror thing first, just in case there's anything I need to know before we have a little chat?
It's got Ioth's room.
If you believe there's foul play, if you believe something is going on, share that with me if we are to confront him. It's ridiculous to dangle a little piece of truth like that and then expect me to whip the Archmage of the Academy up first. You've given so much thought to this investigation, who I should and shouldn't be speaking about, then surely you know that that is not a piece of information that I should be talking to him without.
Well, what I know is that there's a dead student, and you didn't come investigate to really clean up Ioth's mess. And now there's people being trapped in mirrors, and I could be next. So, are you trying to throw me in that mirror?
Sage's shoulders sag. She takes a deep, silent breath.
Where is Sventisco?
You just asked her that?
Yeah.
Garnet, tell me about the Herald. Now.
Did you kill Sventisco?
She casts sleep on you. And she uses her Oniromancy special ability to roll maximum dice on the sleep spell.
I
And
cast
she-
silvery barbs.
And what does that do for you?
Disadvantage on her bullshit?
Does not apply.
What?
Does not apply. Allow me to drop a sleep spell and describe how this works. Any second
Count as
now,
well.
Roll20. Any second now. See those numbers that I rolled? Ignore them. They don't matter. She rolled all 8s on every single one of those dice. And the sleep spell description broke. Okay, so here's how this works. She targets creatures within 20 feet of a point. You're the only creature nearby. She rolls 5d8, except that she is actually going to roll 7, 9, 11, 13d8. Normally she would have dialed this back, but she does not have time. So she rolls, what's 13 times 8? It's over 80. It's over 80.
It's
All
under the
creatures, starting with the creature with the lowest hit points in that area, if they're basically, we take, how many hit points do you have right now, Garnet?
Under 80.
Okay, you fall asleep. There is no saving throw. You just fall asleep.
It's gonna mess up our
Checking
fancy clothes.
through my
Yeah,
fucking
go through your options. Go ahead, go through your options. See if you've got any.
Is this going to be the first sleep Garnet's experienced in several years?
Actually, yeah. See if you're immune to all magical sleep or not.
So I'm trying to figure out.
Because she's got some fucked up immunities. She's like, sleep powder. Garnet's gonna be like, what the
This sage
fuck are
blows a
you
level
doing, you
5
dick?
spell slot and absolutely nothing happens. It just doesn't need to sleep does not specifically mean can't be put to sleep. Unless it says you can't be put to sleep, that's not how that works. It's just like how you don't need to eat, but it doesn't mean you can't eat. I'm working off the same logic. I take it by your frustrated resignation that there's nothing you can do here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sleep out.
Great. So, a couple of things. Garnet, you immediately fall asleep. Tell me about your dreams. You always have bad dreams, right?
Yep.
Great. Tell me about them.
Killing the sage. Very upset with the sage right now.
Okay, describe the environment in which you're killing the sage.
Probably the twilight tendrils just throwing her body like a rag doll around.
But where? What's the scene? Set the scene for me.
We're in the exact hallway. Let's pretend like we're in the same hallway. I fall
Mhm.
asleep, but now we're in dream world. I'm standing still, and I'm very upset. I probably have realized this has happened, or maybe
Mhm.
not sure. And then just twilight tendrils, and I'm grabbing her by the arm and just against the wall, back and forth to each wall. And I'm
Okay.
just standing there watching.
As you are doing this, the door into your room swings open. And you can see the mirror hanging on the wall, completely intact. Its runes vaguely glowing. Athalor
Oh shit.
and Arianna. I need Arianna, actually, in this case, Arianna and Garnet. I would like each of you to roll a charisma check, please. A flat charisma check.
Do you just click the thing on the left?
Mm-hmm. That says charisma. Not the saving throw, just the thing that says charisma. Okay. As you're climbing the stairs, you walk up these shifting rock stairs, and you find yourselves inside Tarselmoor Hall. And standing near your dorms, you've just come up those stairs, and now you're in Tarselmoor Hall. The portal is nowhere to be seen. You can hear the sounds of terrible, terrible violence as you see Garnet in full Dark Queen mode. Twilight tendrils just radiating from her, seizing the sage and just beating her senseless left and right against the walls.
Was that you, Arianna?
Not super sure what's going on down there. Don't think that's me.
Garnet,
That looks like
roll an intelligence saving throw, please. A 22. Okay. You very much are aware of what has happened. You know this is a dream. You've experienced dream states and spoken with entities in dreams before. And you see your friends in the dream as you're just like in the middle of being about to just absolutely smash the sage against another wall.
Do I think they're real?
You rolled a 22 on your intelligence check. Something is wrong with them. Something is different about them. You know they're real.
Probably as she's like doing another throw, she like stops the sage midair and just is looking at the two of them and is like, "What?
Hi.
same.
What are you doing here?"
I'd like to ask you the same question.
Did the sage put you to sleep too?
No.
Slams the sage down another time. I was not done my discussion. Just another slam against the wall.
No. We shouldn't explain that right now. Can we help you?
Hello?
Who's that?
It's a separate voice entirely.
Huh?
It's coming from inside your room, inside your dorm.
Looks at the mirror.
On the other side of the mirror, not this side, is a cloth covering it. Is anyone here?
Walks up to the mirror. Hello?
The voice.
I'd
Who
like
is
to
this?
imagine she's just dragging the sage along
Yeah.
with one.
Thud.
Grabbing her by the hair like Flintstone style, just dragging her.
It's a young voice. It's definitely a young boy's voice.
Young boy?
Mm-hmm. Does anyone live here?
Yes. Who is this?
You see the dusty cloth move on the other side, little hands tugging at it.
Oh, this is weird.
Can I touch
This
the
is
mirror?
very weird.
Okay. The surface of the mirror ripples. And as it does, the cloth falls away. And on the other side of it, you see a young boy wearing ill-fitting clothes, a robe, not an Ioth Academy robe, just some, like, practically a bathrobe, completely stained with mud. God, he can't be more than like 9, maybe 10 years old. Round face, sort of gaunt, even though those cheeks should definitely be more pudgy. Gaunt face, peering, because his vision isn't very good and he doesn't have any glasses. He looks at the edge of the mirror's frame in awe, as if he doesn't see you at all, but he's just looking at this and touching the other side of the mirror in complete awe. This, you recognize from the first year that you met him. It's Cryus.
Holy shit.
Cryus?
What is this? It's all this written on the... This is wizard stuff.
That's the mirror that I brought back from...
It's the same one? Well, I guess I would know. It looks familiar, right?
Did you fix it?
I didn't fix it. I thought the frame is still under our bed. Or the bed.
I would
Our
like all of you to roll perception checks, please. 11, 15, 6. Okay. There's a soft noise in the hallway outside. And Cryus, looking around at the edges, you see him walk out the door. He walks away from the reflection, and the room around him is covered with odd bits and bobs and all sorts of odd, like, trinkets and little potions, knickknacks, and he passes through a curtain. And he almost immediately comes back inside. And he's got a parchment, and he's sort of rubbing it on the old piece of parchment and some charcoal, and he's rubbing it on the edges around this mirror, taking
At this point,
copies of the runes.
She's trying to communicate with Cryus. Like, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Athalor, again, a soft breeze in the hallway outside. But you cannot look both at this and at the mirror at the same time. What do you do?
Am I still looking from above as well, or has my perspective from the blood
Roll
tightened?
a flat intelligence check with advantage.
How many of my 1,000 eyes are working? 2.
12. Okay. You are aware of the existence of other minds. Countless other minds. impossibly far away from you, each of them in their own world, their own tiny reality. The three of you share a reality, as does one additional mind, incredibly strong, incredibly powerful, that is with you in this dream. Also, you would know that Garnet's intelligence score is 20 because you can read that shit.
Garnet,
Hmm?
how did you end up in Dream?
Just looks back at the sage's body. Well, just playing a bit of chess right now, Athalor. And I think I am done playing. And I think she's going to try and wake up. Because I think she's been able to wake up from dream before and will attempt to leave the dream.
Okay. Roll a flat charisma check for me, please. 21. The dream bursts. Tarsalmore Hall collapses all around Garnet and Athalor, dissolving into pieces, giving way to emptiness and the last echoey remnants of the shadow of Luminius. But the mirror is still there for a moment. You see Athalor, you see young Cryas walking back into the room as everything is crumbling, collapsing, fading. The mirror is the focal point. Everything else around it is crumbling away into nothingness. Cryas leaves and he comes back over and over and over again, taking notes. Sometimes he comes back with books and parchments, all torn apart, bits and pieces, glasses that don't properly fit him and are cracked. Over and over he returns. And on the last time that you're there, you see him sitting in front of the mirror with a pile of books, muttering to himself, reading off of the copy, focusing, and then pure delight and joy in his mind, in his eyes, as a spark of magic flares in front of his hands, and he shouts that he did it. And then you hear, "You did what?" As he turns around, and a young girl steps into the doorway. And then the dream is gone. You're still standing in it because you've been physically brought there.
So we're just like in a void now?
You're kind of back where you were before, but with bits and pieces of broken Tarsalmore floating around that have shattered.
Nice.
And the,
Just a bit of a luminous Tarsalmore stew going on.
And the portal is floating up ahead of you.
And Garnet's gone?
Garnet is gone, as is the sage.
Oh, we should carry on. I think Garnet's having a little, I think she called it a chess match with the sage, and I'm not sure who's winning. But I think she's doing surprisingly well.
It seemed so. Yeah.
Okay. What do the two of you want to do?
I think we just carry on up the stairs. I
Okay.
want to see what Garnet's doing.
Both of you make charisma checks, assuming that's what you're doing. Okay.
Wait, that was a charisma save. Minus 2 for proficiency.
23 instead of 25. Oh no, what a nightmare.
I know, right? Oh my god, I'm like such a tease.
Okay. You continue to... Arianna is trying to find her way through the rubble and the debris. Athalor sees it from multiple perspectives, and he's able to guide them closer and closer till the portal is just within reach. You step forward towards it. Alexander, in the sanctum of Ioth's office, you have had your hands over the runes that float upon the golden surface of the pages of the book, brushing them like they drift across a sea of oil, changing them shaping them. What do you want to accomplish? You want Luminius to slowly decay?
Yes, and okay, a couple questions. One, was it confirmed that we like knew where Ioth was at this point, or no? Do we know?
Athalor
where Ioth
sensed
is?
where Ioth is. Athalor sensed that Ioth is in the Undercroft. Did he communicate that to Alexander?
I did.
Okay.
Overtly.
Then you know that he's in the Undercroft.
I also
Okay.
communicated where the sage was and that she was with Garnet.
Yes.
What Alex wants to accomplish here is to rewrite and lock in the book's runes to make this city, Luminius, self-destruct. But I think Alex wants to kind of almost give the like facade that there's a way for it to be like for it to be saved if Ioth goes within and is in Luminius, and kind of wants to create a situation where it's like Ioth can choose to abandon the book in the city, or kind of like, you know, go down with the ship sort of thing, and like trying to like cling on to his visions of whatever past he's trying to like rebuild, just create like a kind
He
of
has to
impossible
choose.
situation
He
for
has to
him.
choose the waking world or the world of dream that he's created himself. Okay.
Yes.
Roll another Arcana check with advantage.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, I guess use adaptive for it.
Okay.
Make it
Roll
as good as
plus
possible.
1d4.
Oh
Flat 10.
no.
Use
You
the
know what?
codex die. Use the codex die.
You have the Codex die. You can spend that as well.
Oh yeah. How much is that actually?
1d4.
I've used that before. Please.
No.
Oh
11.
my god.
And
Get him out of the
A
way.
whopping 11.
You know what? Maybe there's some other power out there that can help you.
Behold, an act of God.
Well,
Could
that
we get
power is
inspiration?
dead. That power is still dead. So we're going to go. I don't know why. You guys kill Boreas and he just keeps popping up over and over and over again.
Behold, an act of God.
He's haunting us. We're gonna get around this eventually.
Heads, I win. Tails, you lose. Fate is in your hands.
Ooh, Gamba, can we 50-50 it? Just
50-50.
either happens or it doesn't. 50-50.
Okay, here's how the coin of fate works, my friend. You can use it whenever you'd like. Heads, you get a natural 20 on the result. Tails, you get a natural 1.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down. I love gamble. Let's go.
Roll 1d2. On a 2, it's a 20. On a 1, it's a 1.
Oh boy.
This
Okay,
D&D
okay.
You
stream
already got
is
the
brought
ones
to
out of
you
the
by
way.
Betway.
Okay. So on a 2, we're chilling. All right, easy 50-50 in my life. Ooh, let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Perfectly executed, exactly as you had planned, exactly as you wanted. Either he can seal himself within it and save his paradise, or he can abandon it and watch it wither and die.
I also gonna kick your ass.
Oh, I just gave myself a head rush in the real world. Woo. Garnet snaps awake on the floor of Tarselmore. The sage is sitting cross-legged on the floor directly next to you. Her hand is on your temple. And a faint, shimmering, scintillating blue light, the same light as the color of the pathway that led into dream, fades away from her eyes. She lets go of your head. What do you do?
Probably sit up, look at her with a smile, and says, I think we have a misunderstanding.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a short break, folks. Don't go anywhere. Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy will return.